Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 22 in the NIRV for October 22, 2023. You should want a good name more than you want great riches. To be highly respected is better than having silver or gold. The Lord made rich people and poor people. That's what they have in common. Wise people see danger and go to a safe place, but childish people keep going and suffer for it. Being humble comes from having respect for the Lord. This will bring you wealth and honor and life. Thorns and traps lie in the path of evil people, but those who value their lives stay far away from them. Start children off on the right path, and even when they're old, they will not turn away from it. Rich people rule over those who are poor. Borrowers are slave to lenders. Anyone who plants evil gathers a harvest of trouble. Their power to treat others badly will be destroyed. Those who give freely will be blessed. That's because they share their food with those who are poor. If you drive away those who make fun of others, fighting also goes away. Arguing and unkind words will stop. A person who has a pure and loving heart speaks kindly will be a friend of the king. The eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge, but he does away with the words of those who aren't faithful. People who don't want to work say, "There's a lion outside," or they say, "I'll be murdered if I go out into the streets." The mouth of a woman who commits adultery is like a deep pit. Any man the Lord is angry with falls into it. Children are going to do foolish things, but correcting them will drive that foolishness far away. You might treat poor people badly or give gifts to rich people. Trying to get rich in these ways will instead make you poor. 30 sayings of wise people. Saying 1. Pay attention and listen to the sayings of wise people. Apply your heart to the sayings I teach. It is pleasing when you keep them in your heart. Have all of them ready on your lips. You are the one I am teaching today. That's because I want you to trust in the Lord. I've written 30 sayings for you that they will give you knowledge and good advice. I'm teaching you to be honest and speak the truth. Then you can give honest reports to those you serve. Saying 2. Don't take advantage of poor people just because they're poor. Don't treat badly those who are in need by taking them to court. The Lord will stand up for them in court. He will require the lives of people who have taken the lives of those in need. Saying 3. Don't be a friend of a person who has a bad temper. Don't go around with a person who gets angry easily. You might learn their habits, and then you will be trapped by them. Saying 4. Don't agree to pay for what someone else owes, and don't agree to pay their bills for them. If you don't have the money to pay, your bed will be taken right out from under you. Saying 5. Don't move old boundary stones set up by your people of long ago. 6. Do you see someone who does good work? That person will serve kings. That person won't serve officials of lower rank. You should choose a good name more than riches, right? And to be better respected over silver and gold, because you can only screw it up, right? It takes forever to earn it and a moment to lose it. I like the way that this is phrased. The Lord made rich people and poor people. That's what they have in common. Being humble comes from respect for the Lord. And it'll give you wealth, honor, and life. That's what I've been trying to drive home to my little guy. To fear the Lord. And he understands it's not like being like deathly afraid of something, but there's a healthy fear and respect that comes with it. start children off on the right path, and when they're old, they will not turn away from it. Well, Lord knows. I'm trying. House church is trying. Church is trying. We're trying. Yeah. Could use some help. Borrowers are slaves to the lenders. I feel like I'm in a constant argument about, like, you shouldn't be out working. You should be hanging out with the family. It's like, we've borrowed a lot of money for her student loans, and we need to get them paid back. That's one of the last debts that we have. It's like, we got to knock it out. I got to be free. I don't want to be a slave. The phrasing is cool here. Anyone who plants evil gathers a harvest of trouble. It says to drive away someone who makes fun of others, right? Fighting goes away, arguing goes away, unkind words go away. One bad apple spoils the bunch. So try to confront them, try to talk it out, pray with them, but ultimately, not everybody's going to be compatible. We got to watch out for those that we're responsible for. The eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge, but he does away with the words of those who aren't faithful. And people who don't want to work will make up an excuse. There's a lion outside. I'll be killed in the streets. Whatever it is. Children are going to do foolish things, but correcting them will drive that foolishness far away. The balance is figuring out when to correct and when to just let it go, and how much to correct and how much to let the kid figure it out, and punish, and etc. And 30 sayings of wise people, but we only got saying 6, so hopefully the next sayings will be marked in the same way. So be ready to tell the truth. Don't take advantage of poor people. And don't be a friend of a person who has a bad temper. Don't agree to pay for what someone else owes. Don't move the old boundary stones set up by your people of long ago. And then that person who does good work will serve kings. Can't flip that way. Wait, boom. Yes, it is labeled that way in the next chapter on which number saying it is. Pardon me, y'all, but I've had a hard day. Ended up working 2 shifts just to work to be paying down our debts and make some money for us. But unfortunately, we got some bad news this morning, and I was lucky enough to be able to make it to a late impromptu house church meeting to process that with our house church family. And it's just been kind of a doozy of a day. Sat last night, waited for 2 hours for a delivery and didn't get a single one, whereas other cars were pulling up, taking deliveries and leaving. So I still don't know what was wrong there. But it's kind of over today, man. A little rough day. Pastor stepped down. More on that later. But like Mike a lot. Didn't want to see that happen. I think I'm going to skip even waiting. Last night I waited around for 2 hours. Didn't get a single order. So I'm going to call it a night and get some sleep. I don't know that I have a whole lot to say today. I apologize. When I finally joined the family after all my shifts, it was like, okay, I've been processing all day. Here are a bunch of questions. Let's see if anybody can answer them. All I can say is go with God and be blessed. Don't plant the evil. Don't plant evil. You gather a harvest of trouble. I want to put that on a note, another post-it note. Anyone who plants evil gathers a harvest of trouble. That'd be good in my commonplace book that I'm trying to get started. Curse of the lefty man. Writing with a fountain pen is hard. Well, writing's not hard. Keeping your hand at the incuverty laid out is hard. So, I'm going home, fam. And it's Sunday, so I know most people would say I shouldn't have worked anyway. Fun fact, keeping the Sabbath is the only command that Jesus did not affirm out of the Decalogue. So, while I do think we should have a Lord's Day and rest, I got to do what I got to do. And everybody processes news in their own way. So I had to kind of be alone with my thoughts for a while so I could feel my way through it. In Jesus' name, be blessed. Go with God.